The Valve Steam Deck has launched. A lot of people are getting these things in their hands as of the past couple weeks. And today we have a lot of news I want to talk about and cover. The way the batches are going to work, some scams that are going on out there, and also the stick drift issue. So I'm extremely excited for the Steam Deck. I have been for a while, and I'm just getting antsy. I'm getting antsy. And for a lot of people out there who are getting antsy as well, who can't wait, there are some warnings. So we'll get into that in a moment. But if you've checked the Steam product page, we've talked recently about how they've been talking about ramping up production. That's a good thing, but you may want to go double check what position you're in as far as what quarter. I'm quarter 2, but it may have changed. So the next batch of order emails have just gone out for the Q1 reservation. So keep tabs on that. And the way that is all working, they have it listed here, shipping details for Q1. They're being pretty good about keeping everybody updated. So all people who are in Q1 will receive an order email by the end of March. Quarter 1 is January through March. So that's this month, right? The first batch of emails went out February 25th, that morning. And you got to keep tabs on that. You only have 72 hours, I believe, to pay the rest of the money minus the $5 or whatever you put down. And they're going to continue sending emails to Q1 reservers in the order of their reservation. And they're going to be doing that March 14th, 21st, 28th, all that stuff. Today, the 7th, they just did another batch, or they're getting ready to send them all out for whatever this batch is, right? They're doing them little by little. In April, they're going to start quarter 2 in a similar fashion. So each week, they'll be sending out those emails. So it's really important to jump on here and take a look at where you're at. As you see, now it does say after quarter 3, 2022, where it said after quarter 2, 2022. So this has updated just today. So you may want to double check, log in and look at which one your reservation is under. I'm on the 512 and mine still says quarter 2, 2022. So that could be falling down for some people. It's all in order of how the reservations were placed. Some people may be canceling, and for whatever reason, and it could trickle down. So keep tabs on that. That after quarter 3 kind of sucks, but hey, time flies, man. Time flies if you're excited for this thing. Hopefully you'll get one in your hands sooner than later. So let's take a look at what else they had to talk about. In addition to quarter 1, quarter 2 reservers, you can now see if you're in that quarter 3, which we just talked about. Check that Steam Deck page. They're looking into making Steam Deck available in more countries, including Japan, by the end of the year. So those people out in Japan, that's the only one they've mentioned. I know people in Australia and a few other places are come on, man. We want one too. So hopefully they open it up in more countries, but Japan's the only one they have mentioned so far. So good news, but not a lot to talk about with that. Now, another thing I wanted to mention, like I said, I'm kind of antsy. I'm kind of, really looking forward to this. Do I want to jump the gun and buy one on the secondary market? Not really, but some people may look at that and be like, oh, I'm quarter 3 now? What the hell? I want one now. I want one sooner than later, and are willing to pay, these people who resell. I can't, did people scalp these? You had to have a Steam account that was current, been, already established. You couldn't have just made it right then and then reserved the Steam Deck from what I understood. So it's kind of hard to say, is this just people taking advantage of the opportunity, deciding, you know what, I'll pay the, $400 to $650 and, triple my money type of thing. Maybe they needed the money. Maybe they're just taking advantage. I don't know. I'm just pointing some stuff out here. If you got the money and you're like, you know what, man, I can afford the crazy gas prices, everything that's going on out there. I want my Steam Deck. I want one now. I'm going to go on eBay and buy one. Just be careful what you're looking at here. Now, obviously, paying through PayPal or through eBay itself, with their payments and however it works, you're covered if these fools don't ship something to you. But it's a hassle. It's a hassle. I started noticing a lot of fishy looking things here. Like this one. This was just sold today for $500. Bullshit. It was sold for $500. eBay, and there's like, I think there was 2 of them that it said it sold. Like 2 sold at $500, 256 gigabyte version. The 256 gigabytes, $529. So obviously, that's some BS. From Italy, a person with 0 feedback. That's like, I mean, come on, that's like a little giveaway there, right? Okay, Valve Steam Deck, new in hand, ready to ship, ASAP, unopened. They had 2 of them. They got their hands on 2 of them, right? And they list it. Boom, here you go. Physical device hasn't been removed, ships out ASAP, will require signature at delivery. Some people, which it doesn't make sense to me. Like, you have a new account, like how, like, a lot of times eBay's not giving you your money right away. So it doesn't make sense to me how people are doing this or why they're doing it. Some people who've been established, maybe they've been hacked or something. People will like sell things ridiculously like priced. $500 for something that's $529 that could be sold for triple, if not more, makes no sense. After fees, it's like 10 to 15% with eBay. eBay's redonkulous nowadays. I mean, it's over 10%. It's just crazy. So that's like after shipping and everything, it's like the free shipping. It's like that person, if they legit had this and they were selling it, like they got like $400 out of it, maybe. Like that doesn't make any sense. But you see that picture, little, I don't know what the hell this thing's sitting on. Like a couch or something? I don't know. You got this little background there. Look at all these. They look exactly the same. Like this. Like, did somebody just go around stealing pictures? This one's $900 from Spain. And it's all in the same backdrop here. It makes no sense. Like, how does any of this make sense? Just be careful is really what my point is. Like, you could see all these were sold. $700, $650. None of this makes sense. None of this makes sense. Thumbnail 1. Okay. Like, just really be careful. Like I said, most likely you're protected. You would get your money back if you jumped into something like this. But if it seems too good to be true, like, I mean, nobody should have to tell you that. It's gonna be too good to be true. $500 for a Steam Deck right now on eBay makes absolutely no sense. There you go. There are people who say they have them in hand, have a unique picture with like their username showing like, hey, I'm not a scam artist type of thing. 256 gigabyte, brand new, sold today as well. $2,200 or best offer. Freaking nuts, dude. This person's in Glendale, California. That is crazy, dude. So yeah, $500-$600. It ain't happening, bro. It ain't happening. So just wanted to point that out. A lot of scams going on out there, man. Now the other thing, which I didn't talk about previously because I started seeing, a lot of people talking about this and then different news going on, but there is very few. There was like, I think maybe 2 or 3 that I saw of people talking about having stick drift on the Steam Deck, like out of the box type of thing. And this person showed like their right stick had some weird drift. The dead zone wasn't, hitting right, all that kind of stuff. It was just ridiculous. And people are like, this is lame, man. Like, how is it you get this new product? It turns out it wasn't like legit stick drift, but it's still something that could be inevitable. And Valve is going to make replacement parts accessible to people, including the analog sticks. That's a good thing. But, I mean, to get this thing in your hands and have stick drift right away kind of sucks balls. But it turns out it was just like a software issue. Lawrence Yang from Valve, he talks about the team has looked into the reported issues, and it turns out it was a dead zone regression from a recent firmware update. We just shipped the fix to address the bug, so make sure you're up to date. That's pretty much all it was, just a software bug at that time. But that's the one concerning thing with an all-in-one like this, just like the Switch Lite. Like, if you get stick drift or something goes wrong, it's not a modular design in the sense that you could remove the Joy-Cons, the controllers, and replace them like you can with the standard Switch. So it's going to be the same thing with this. The Switch Lite, you could repair it. You could get replacements, but you have to be comfortable doing so. And with the Steam Deck, it's going to be the same thing. You're going to have to be comfortable doing so. But it's nice to know that they're supporting, the replacement of parts, the fix-it-yourself type of thing. You'll probably find people who are professionals that do this stuff for a living who can, tear down your Steam Deck without too much compromise and get those sticks replaced for you down the road. But I'm hoping it's not an issue that develops right away, like what some people were thinking with this initial, videos that were floating out there and these reports of stick drift. That was resolved, but it is something that could happen in the future as, analog sticks, just the nature of them. But it just seems weird. I've seen some people mention this too. I never really experienced stick drift in the past or any kind of analog stick issues since the PS1, other than like limp stick syndrome on the Nintendo 64 controllers. But I don't remember ever 360, PS3, PS2, PS1 ever having an issue with analog sticks. It wasn't until the Nintendo Switch, and then it just started being talked about that it's inevitable. And I've seen other people say that they've had this happen to them with other consoles. I mean, maybe I was just lucky, but I don't remember this being a big to-do until recently, that you just need to accept it. It's going to happen. I don't want to accept it, but it's kind of like I hear it so many times. It's like, fuck, man, I guess I have to, right? Let me know what you guys think down below. Really do appreciate every single one of you guys. And with that said, catch you on the next one. Big ass blurry thumb butt like a Bigfoot. Bye.